Welcome to the Waiting in Queue podcast. We're jumping right in this. I'm your host, Funny McGee Spartan. And then over here I have Helpless McGee Hobo.
I wasn't ready. Just kidding.
You're going to be ready now.
We're here. Episode number...
17?
Is it 17 already?
Yeah.
It feels like this last 10 is going really, really slow, though. You know what I mean? Like the first 10 episodes went by like insanely quick.
Yeah. I feel that.
It's weird.
Well, because like 10 was like the milestone. And now our next milestone is 100, right?
50?
Eh.
50 is not a milestone?
No.
50, sitting here for 50 episodes is not a milestone.
It is not, because you go by
well, Derek's
the
gonna
amount
go by
of...
100. I'm going to go by 50.
No. You got to go by the digits and like the figures. So like 1 through 9, single digits. Then when you get into the 10 to 99, that's double digits. Then 100 to
okay, so
1,000.
So 10 is your single digit? Is that what you're saying? So what was the single digit milestone?
10 would...
Okay.
Well, 9.
Oh, 9?
Well,
now it's 9?
No, because
so you said 10 was the milestone.
Yeah, the milestone, because that goes into the double digits.
Right, and then you would have like usually 50. I would feel like is a milestone.
No,
that's weird.
You're wrong in every...
Call of Duty, you know, 10's your first milestone, and then after that it's every 5. So 10 would be our milestone, and then 50 would be half of 100.
Where'd they go to school at?
So 50 is our next milestone, and then 100, because we probably won't make it to 100. We'll probably be done by then.
Yeah, probably. This is supposed to be a mini series.
This is actually the last episode today. How many times have we said that?
We said that a lot at the beginning. We haven't said it recently.
Well, guess what? We said it a lot in the first Let's Play too.
This is our first and last episode.
Yeah. So, yeah. I still need to upload that. I have been putting it off because I am a loser.
I didn't have soundbite ready.
It didn't even work.
No, I went back.
Why did it not go off?
Oh, I
thought
went
you
back.
were trying to press
I
one.
was like, man, I'm not gonna be quick enough to find one that I want.
I really wish we had somebody on Soundbites because that would be so much better.
Yeah.
So our last video got copyright claimed again. So we're at 3 copyright claims, right?
Really, I'm proud that we're such risk takers. We don't care about your freaking copyright.
I mean,
property.
Right now we don't, but when and if we start making money, we're gonna care a lot.
We'll get there when we get there. I still think we need to fight for the people to get out all the... We should just start playing copyrighted music on our show all the time so people can be the heroes that everyone's needed.
Be the justice makers.
Mm-hmm. Even if we have to go to jail, which could be a possibility.
Federal jail.
Yeah, we'll be heroes.
Didn't they say it was a federal crime? No.
They're going to boost it to a federal crime, I think.
How can you boost something to a federal crime if it doesn't, like... affect government
money
work?
That's how you do it. People pay money to have other people make those laws. So
yeah, but do you get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I'm not like infringing on any like federal thing. Like, it's a federal crime to open somebody else's mail because the mail system is ran by the government. So it's like me using somebody else's song on YouTube. How does that see itself as a federal crime? Because I used Ariana Grande's. Or I used WAP. We'll use the song everybody knows.
Here, this is how I'll tell you. So when we play somebody's copyrighted music, they don't get the record companies don't get the money for that.
Yeah, I understand.
No.
That
Here, let me explain. So they don't get their money that they're thinking that they would normally get if people bought it directly, which is not happening. But then in turn, really that money is being taken away from politicians in the federal government because they pay them to stop people from doing that, and if they're not stopping people, they're not getting paid. So that's where it becomes a federal offense, not in a literal sense, but this is kind of fucked up sense.
What if I told you I don't like politicians at all?
I would agree with you.
So I don't care. I honestly would be okay if they didn't get paid at all.
What's the youngest you have to be to run for president?
Isn't like 40 something? We should know this, Derek.
I know we should.
And you're just throwing it out in the middle of nowhere.
I remember in high school, everyone would used to find out what's the youngest they could do, and then round up to where the next election would be, and then just do their name for 2047 or whatever it is.
35 years. What
35?
did I say? I said in the 30s, didn't I?
You said 40s.
I said in the 40s. Fuck me. 35. That's younger than I thought, to be honest. Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, we're putting 70-year-olds in office.
As we should. They have a lot of experience and a lot of wisdom.
Yep, they sure do have a lot of experience about the 21st century.
Mm-hmm. Technology is right up their alley. They invented it.
See, how old's the landlord?
60.
Okay, so he's in his 60s.
Yes.
That's all you had to say. So he's in his 60s, and he knows nothing about technology, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now imagine that being a 70, almost 80-year-old man.
Running for president.
Yeah, running for president. We're doomed.
Yeah.
Speaking of
money,
more corporate companies trying to take it from your pockets. You gamers out there trying to do your things, and corporate companies over here
Xbox needs to let me run their company, because I would run it so much better than their fucking decision making.
Would you?
Yes.
All right. What would you do to change Microsoft's? What would you do to make? All right, this is a job.
This is a good question. Hold on, this is a good question. So with the whole bot accounts.
Hang on. Okay, yeah. Okay, what are you?
This is overall what I'm gonna do with Xbox.
Microsoft can't do anything about the bot companies. That's the people that are selling the systems.
I would find a way to stop them, because if PlayStation's not stopping them, if they can get Xbox out there to the public without them being scalped or anything, that puts them ahead of the PlayStation by a lot.
But Microsoft doesn't care either, because they're still making money off their sales.
Sure they are, but if you get it into the hands of more people, you might get a lot of people that were planning on getting PlayStation 5. So they're like, well, I can't get a PlayStation 5 because they're just scalping. Xbox is getting out there. You're going to make a couple sales through there, and in the relation to the community of the customer's eyes, you're going to have a better relationship with the people, which Xbox has usually struggled with, especially with their new scandal that they've been doing.
Yeah, that's true, because it's not a scandal, Derek.
It's a crime.
It's not a scandal, okay? First of all, we're just going to put this out here. They were going to raise the prices of Xbox Live from $60 to $120. That's kind of what we're talking about. But going back to what you said with the thing, that's true in the sense of if you could push it out more, because on Friday we were working and GameStop released PlayStations and Xboxes online, right? So the guy I was working with, Anthony, was trying to get a PS4 or PS5. And we're sitting there all day, and we're just like checking Twitter to see if the minute they go live. So the minute they go live, it's at 2 p.m. So we both get on GameStop, and we're trying to like put one in our cart. And they sold out immediately. But he almost bought an Xbox just for the fact that he couldn't get a PlayStation. I talked him out of it. I was like, don't buy an Xbox if you want a PlayStation. Just wait. It's not that big of a deal. He ended up getting one the same night. He bought one off of StockX for, I think it was like an extra $150.
Oh, that's not bad.
No. So he still got one, but he almost bought an Xbox. So that's true if you could find a way to do that. Now, the thing is I don't know what Microsoft's going to do about it. Because like I said, Microsoft is still selling all their consoles.
Yes, they're
so
making
if they're
sales.
selling all their consoles, why does it matter if more people are buying them? Because the bots are already buying them all.
Mm-hmm.
So Microsoft and Sony don't give a shit. They did come out and say though that their player. So the amount of consoles that were sold for both of them are really high, but the amount of people playing the consoles is insanely low compared to what it usually would be at a console release. And that's because you have bots that are purchasing them, and then they're just sitting somewhere in a warehouse or sitting in a house,
Mm-hmm.
not being sold. But to get away from the whole bot thing, and what we wanted to talk about was the $120 a month thing.
Yeah.
But
that almost drove one of our friends to come to PC. Because that was just so ridiculous, that idea. What were they thinking? Or
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I didn't think it was going to last, but I do not know the mindset behind it. Especially in the sense right now where nobody can get their consoles. So, like, why would they hinder it more by being like, oh, if you do get one, it's going to cost you $120 a year? I think they want people to get Game Pass.
They were trying to push people to the Game Pass, but thinking too, we're in the middle, not in the middle, we're in somewhat of a pandemic, and people are
we're still in a pandemic, Derek.
Yeah, well, people are still like struggling for money. I mean, they're trying to get stimulus checks out there, and they thought it would be a good idea to raise the price. It's like, you want to keep your customers, man.
I don't know, man. I'm sorry, I'm yawning in the mic. So
did they need more money from? Did they need to make up their money from buying Bethesda?
Maybe they're doing it because they bought Bethesda, and they're like, we're gonna have so many exclusives now. Maybe
the value of our gold subscription is just gonna go up because
gonna be more.
So many people are gonna want this.
Here's an idea.
People just want to give us money.
Get rid of subscription based online.
That's not an option.
It is an option.
It's not an option.
Because back in the day, I was like, oh, you have to pay for it so that way they can make sure people don't hack it and do all that shit. That is bullshit. Growing up, now it's like they can do that stuff. They're making so much money off of other things, they don't need to have a subscription based.
Well, I think with like PlayStation and Nintendo, you can get an online subscription to play like games online, but for free games that also have multiplayer, you don't have to have. So like if you have PlayStation and you don't have PlayStation Plus, you can play Fortnite online for free. And I think it's the same for Nintendo. You can play like free games online for free. But Xbox, if you want to play Fortnite online, you still have to buy gold.
That seems kind of dumb. You know what everybody should do? Just build
a PC.
Just build a PC. Mitchell was gonna do it. He's like, oh, I might consider a PC if it's gonna be $20. That's what he sounds like. The thing is he did this whole calculation sheet thing. That's just his numbers are entirely incorrect, but they might be correct. But it just doesn't. It's just wrong.
It won't add up.
You might spend more on creating the system, right? Your first bulk, but
sure.
the amount of money that you actually save, I feel like, is drastic compared to the Xbox. $70. Oh, not to mention games are going up to $70.
Yeah.
Now, which is still true for PC too, but a majority of the games I've bought on PC have never been at full price.
I don't think I bought the only full price game I've bought in a while has been Cyberpunk.
Right. So I mean, I don't know. But Xbox reverted it. They're not doing it because they pussied out.
They had a tremendous amount of backlash.
Yeah, I mean, it's a given. I mean,
it's like the whole.
As soon as I heard it, I was like, "Oh, they're gonna revert it." 100%.
It's like the whole Diablo Immortal deal. when they announced it. They're like, boo. And they're like, y'all have phones, don't you?
Yeah, this is like, y'all have money, right?
Yeah. It's like, well, what's the big deal? You like us? You like giving us money? Like, no, we don't.
Yeah, the only reason people pay for it is because you have to pay for it. I think everybody would rather just it be free, and I feel like it should be free. Why do you have to pay for it?
Because they make money.
Derek, that's not an excuse. It's like it sounds like you're on the side of corporate.
I'm telling you
companies.
their reasons. I'm telling you their reasons for doing it.
Okay, you heard this here, guys. Derek supports massive corporate companies that steal money from their player bases.
I do. If it pushes my friends to build a PC and play more games with us.
That was the best thing that was coming out of it. And then they reverted it and you said something. And I was like,
damn it.
You shouldn't have said anything.
Well, he was going to find out.
He didn't even know they were increasing it.
He would have found out because they would have never, the price would have never increased. He was probably only going to consider it when,
the
he
goal
would
was
have had
just to start showing them pre-built computers at $800 and him just buying a pre-built. But here's the thing, is you went around and you said, they're reverting it. And then you asked him, so are you just not going to build a PC yet? The thing is you don't bring it to light.
He was going to find out about it anyways.
Derek, you have to mind control the fucking idiot. And what you did was not
I do that on a daily basis already.
Not to us. Let's see. Right here, $800. GTX 1650. Not bad. Ryzen 5. He could have this right here. Looks like Garbo. Like the innards don't look as nice as I would like them to. But he could play games with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll talk about that at the end of the podcast. We have an announcement at the end of the podcast. It's a big one. It's a big one.
Is it set in stone? He pretty much said yes.
He said yes, so I'm assuming it's set in stone. If it's not, then we'll get to that point. I don't give a shit. But we have an announcement, so watch till the end of the episode.
I cannot wait, bro.
Oh, are you talking about the one? We'll talk about it when we get to that end.
Yeah.
The end thing. So, do you think?
Yes.
You think Sony was sitting there like this?
They're laughing their asses off.
Because Xbox was on a hot streak, I think, last year when they bought Bethesda and all that, and then they released a faster console. Ooh, PlayStation kids are about to freak out because they released a faster console and a better console than Sony's PlayStation 5. And may I add, it's much sleeker than the PlayStation 5.
Lots smaller.
Careful, PlayStation 5 kids are going to freak out. But I play on computers, so it doesn't really matter. But, and then they do this.
Yeah.
They're like, now that we have all you guys on the ropes by buying our games and thinking that all the Bethesda games are going to be exclusives, which they won't be, dude, imagine that.
Attention, everybody. We have just bought Bethesda. Woo! Xbox players. Woo! Attention, everybody. Our consoles are faster than PlayStation. Woo! And now that we have everybody's attention, we're going to increase the price of Xbox Live Gold. And then it's just Microsoft just... and
yeah, everybody at Microsoft's like... Sony's in the background you can come over here. Dude.
Idiots. Absolute idiots.
Well, they reverted it, so it's like nothing happened. That's what makes it not as fun. I knew they were going to do it.
I think it's funny that they reverted it.
I don't, though, because I just knew it was going to happen. It's funnier that they were fucking up. That's the funny part. And then they're like, oh, never mind. Bunch of Indian givers. They needed to increase it. We needed them to increase it.
Personally, Connor and I needed them to increase the price.
Fuck you guys on the Xbox. Fuck you guys on the PlayStation. I wanted my friends on PC. And when Mitchell texted that, I was like, yes, it's happening. And then they reverted it. Fucking losers.
We actually want you guys to bring it back. So do us a solid.
I'm all in favor of screwing over Xbox players right now. That being Mitchell, just so they can, and then he built a PC, and then they can lower it again.
That's a good idea. I like that idea.
I'm furious. We were so close, dude. I think what we should do is we should just come together as friends, and we should just for Christmas split a PC for him and buy a PC for him.
We do a Kickstarter, because you can do like Kickstarters for like some people will have like those weird like stories they put out there, and some people will donate to them no matter what.
Yeah, we can't lie about it though.
No, we just say need money to buy a friend a PC so we can play games together, and people will donate to it as like the joke or whatever.
I could do it on Facebook.
see how many people would do it.
Hang on. Right, I mean, if you just blatantly say what it's for, you can't get in trouble for it, right?
Right.
So if I just blatantly said trying to build PC for friends so we could have a good time because we don't see each other anymore.
I'm sure you get a couple people that'd be like, I want these guys to have a good time. I'll send them $5.
How do you set up donation things on Facebook? What's our time at?
21.
Okay, so we still got some time. Dude, we were so close. I'm so upset about it. I am happy they reverted it too, though, because I did feel like it was really gonna put them in the hole.
Yeah.
Right? I definitely thought that them doing that, you might as well count the Xbox
down for the count.
Down. To be honest with you, though, I have not cared about consoles for a very long time. I think it's so funny that they do things like that. Where does that come from? Is that just like suits sitting in the office just saying like, we need more money?
But well, I think we knew they were trying to push people to that Game Pass. Because that was going to be a cheaper option, and then you get all those games.
I think that.
The article that I posted, that they said that's what it was.
Did they quote that from Microsoft?
Yeah.
Then why revert it?
Because
if people were smart enough, they would realize that the Game Pass is it's a cheaper route now. Well, isn't it $15 a month?
I think it's more expensive than just like normal Xbox Live Gold
right now.
And I think like your first month, it's only like $1.
I think it's only $1 for like the first year, the whole month, like every month.
That's not a bad deal.
So $180 a year for Game Pass, I think, and then
so that'd still be more expensive than Gold. Holy cow!
That's $180 now.
Yeah, so like if they upped Gold, it's still more expensive.
Well, yeah, the point is for them to push why would they push Game Pass if they weren't going to make a little extra money?
Mm-hmm.
But you're also getting tons of free games. But I feel like it's only good if you're playing those free games. If you only play like one free game the whole entire year, is it really worth spending $180 for you to then play Call of Duty the whole year? I mean, that's another thing, man. Console players, they pay that price, and then they only play one game forever.
Mm-hmm.
GTA 5. Skyrim, which doesn't even have online. Call of Duty. I mean, they don't Fortnite. You don't touch any other game. You're spending. That's enough. We could put that into Mitchell's argument too, because it's like, why even spend that much money just to play Call of Duty the whole year? Because that's what he does. He's paying online to play one game when you could build a PC and pay for your internet service,
which you're already paying for.
Which you're already paying for anyways, to play one game for free then.
Connor is speaking truth.
I have a huge plan for that episode, if you know what I mean, and I want to talk to you about it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. We might talk about it at the end of this episode. I'm bringing it up again. We have a huge surprise at the end of the episode.
Massive, absolutely massive. There are some budget cuts that we need to address, but it's going to be massive.
Budget cuts?
Budget cuts.
We can't cut the budget.
Budget's already going to have to be cut.
We can't cut it.
It's going to be cut. I'm going to tell you why.
We have to keep not cutting the budget.
There's nothing I can do. It's out of my hands.
The budget needs to increase.
It's determined by the landlord.
Is this a real thing?
Not really. It's kind of a joke, but I'll explain on the break for the next episode or the surprise episode.
I'm confused to know if this is a serious thing or if this is
It's kind of a joke. I kind of have an idea of something to do for the episode we're talking about.
Oh, so your dad didn't actually say, or
no.
Sorry, the landlord didn't actually say something. The way you said that made it imply that the landlord.
I was trying to make it sound more serious for the
listeners.
It
did. It was so serious that it spooked me.
Pretty good, huh? I should be an actor.
No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Holy cow. Well, you know what you guys can do? You guys can come to the dark side with open arms and join us on the PC Master Race. I'm going to say all those things that neckbeards say right now. The PC Master Race. You guys can come over here, stop playing on the consoles, and play the games that matter. We have break yet?
We got about 3 more minutes.
Fuck me, dude. That was perfect entrance into break.
We don't have to exactly end at 30. We can end it right there. Keep this in.
Yeah, keep this in. This is the episode. Okay. I'm still so fucking butthurt about it.
What do you think Tanner would have just been like?
Tanner would we would never hear Tanner
He'd be
again.
like, I'd either get a PlayStation or he's just like, I'm just gonna.
I'm done playing video games because I'm too lazy to do anything else. I know he's not listening because he doesn't listen to our podcast.
No, he absolutely hates us.
So, what a fucking friend.
I talk to you guys all the time. I don't need to listen to you guys talk.
He doesn't talk to us at all.
No.
We talked to him for like 2 hours this entire week.
Oh.
Text messages don't count. He only sent like one text message the entire week too, where it was him implying that we had a great time playing zombies without Mitchell.
Which we did.
Yes. I didn't yell at all. I did not yell at Tanner one time for going down a ton.
Because he didn't go down that often.
He didn't go down at all.
Yeah.
None of us did. We made it to 75 and we X-filled. Oh my goodness. I do think we should just come in and we should just buy a pre-built for Mitchell and then be like, well, now you have to play it.
Well, here's the thing. They're both engaged. They're getting married. We could do the whole Blake Yvette route. We can get a bunch of the guys together, like, hey, we're going to get together and buy them a PC now.
Fuck, Blake and all those guys play on PC and we don't even play with them.
They play on PC now?
Ben does.
Yeah, but Ben's just playing, like, RuneScape and... Not just RuneScape. RuneScape's a legend, but, he's just playing those games. He's not gonna hop on and play with us. Is he? Is he?
I don't know.
Is he? Let's drive by his house and throw a bunch of glizzies at him.
Who?
Ben.
Dude, he'll suck them right up. He'll be like... It'll be like that video.
Yeah.
You did the sound perfect. Holy shit. It's like I was there. Like I was immersed in
I know how to do it. I taught that guy how to do it.
Can we do it on the show?
Sure.
You can't fucking swallow a glizzy.
I can't swallow a glizzy. I'll die.
I can't put a glizzy in my mouth like that. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. We went from Xbox to talking about glizzies. What is going on, man?
I don't know. But one thing's for certain. Ad. All right, you guys already know what part of the show this is, and it's the ad part. And today we're going to talk about our Patreon. And over on our Patreon, you can join these tiers that give you more access to the show, like extra content, Discord tiers. You can also send in topics, too, for if you guys want to tell us what to talk about. Connor, what else do we have in our Patreon?
We have Discord benefits. That's a huge thing. The more people we have on Discord, the easier it is for us to make better content for you guys. We also have Patreon games, which I'm really excited about, but that's going to require Patreons. So that's a thing. You play some games with us. We'll set up times throughout the month, play games that you guys want to play. And we have all sorts of different tiers for all sorts of different people. So it all it benefits us, helps us make content for you guys. But we also have the big boy tier. Did you want to bring up the big boy tier?
We can bring up the big boy tier.
What's the big boy tier?
The big boy tier, the waiting in eternity. This one's kind of a joke, but it's there for anyone that wants to be. What it entails?
Don't do it.
What? Don't do what?
Don't do this though.
Oh.
It's there.
It's there. Yeah, it's there. So what this entails is it'll be a printout cardboard of you that we'll keep in the background behind Connor. Cut to Connor's camera. Right there. It'll go right there.
Wow.
So as long as you're a Patreon to that tier, that cardboard cutout will stay there, and you'll be in the episode for as long as eternity lasts. And eternity,
as long as it's paid. And the great thing about it is it's going to be life size. And if you want it to be your grandma, you can send in a photo of your grandma. It's totally up to you. So. Don't do it though. It's literally a joke. It's for it's a joke, but it's there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So go over to patreon.com/WIQ. Link will be in the description of the episode. We're back. Connor's mad at me because I pissed him off during break.
Yeah, we took way too long of a break. We're gone for 40 minutes.
I can't help when my masturbation urge strikes.
Oh my goodness. He can last 40 minutes when he masturbates, but he lasts like 30 seconds in bed.
Oh, it's less than that.
Don't tell me that. Please God, don't tell me that. So wow, break
announcement. No, stop. Announcement.
Long. I'm done.
You're
I'm over it. Big announcement right here. It is the big announcement. Here it is. Big announcement. Here we go. So,
go ahead.
No, you tell
him. We just recently won a trip to Hawaii.
Hawaii.
It is not a scam. We gave them our social security card and everything, and to verify that we are the people that we say that we are, and we're going to Hawaii.
We're so freaking lucky. I can't believe we won.
I can't wait.
It's almost as good as winning the lottery.
Mm.
Like the big lottery.
Yeah.
What did that guy win?
I think it was a girl. Was it a girl or a guy?
I don't know. I don't follow that stuff because I don't.
It was like $1.6 billion.
I mean, that's what it was. That's not the payout.
I think that's what they won.
Right, but that's not her payout. If you take the payout, it's a lot less.
Yeah, because they'll pretty much half. You only get like half of it. Because they'll take the other.
I think you get like 65%.
Pretty much half.
Well, no, half would be 50%. Okay, let's see. What state did they win?
Michigan.
Mega Millions winner. It was a woman. Good job.
Nice.
Her entire life has changed. Must be nice.
Is she a meth head?
No.
Good.
Matched all 6 numbers, draw in one. A 731 million Powerball jackpot. So she got $731 million. Wow. What would you do if you won the lottery? Honestly, what would you do?
I would fool all my friends to think I blew it all away, so we'd go back to just being normal, and then I'd start, talking to financial advisors and stuff like that. On top of
so you give your money to financial advisors?
Yeah. On top of buying, I don't know, maybe I'll buy a bunch of game studios, and then I'll be the king.
I'll be the king. So
No. Here's my plan. I'll buy Microsoft. Yeah, I probably need a lot more than that much, but the plan is to buy into getting to the Xbox industry where I can increase the price of, the Xbox Live subscription. So Mitchell will play PC with us again. And you would say,
interesting,
just buying him a PC straight up and all his games because I can afford it is a straight up answer. It's like I'm not catering to Mitchell. I'm not buying all his shit.
Well,
he's got to buy his own shit.
Once Mitchell finds out that you've won the lottery.
But remember, the first part of my plan was to make everyone think that I blew it all away.
Well, it's going to be televised on the news. You can't just be like, "Oh no, you're right. Sorry, you're right," because you said that you're going to pretend you blew it all. Mm-hmm. So what'd you blow it all on? Where's the proof to show it that you blew it?
I'll buy a shit ton of Fortnite cards or Magic the Gathering cards or.
If you bought $731 million worth of cards, how many cards do you think you'd have?
They would probably have to start manufacturing more cards.
Hang on a sec. So let's do some calculating here. So if Derek won the Mega Million, if he won $731 million, he'd buy all Magic cards. If you bought booster box at say about $100 a booster box, right? So how many? 7.3. That's 100,000. That's a million. That's 6 zeros, correct? Divided by 100. That's 7,300,000 booster boxes, right?
Okay.
How many cards come in a booster box?
I don't know.
Fuck, how many cards come in a pack? 12 or is it 15? 12.
It's 12, 15.
It's 12. There's 36 packs in a box. So what's 36 times 12?
I don't know. You have the calculator.
I can't do it because it'll erase this number.
Gosh.
This is important. It's for the show. 36 times 12.
432.
So if you divide... No, you times it by how much? 432. 32. You would have 3 trillion. No. 3 billion. 3,153,600,000 cards.
Did we do that math right?
I think so.
You divided the price of a box by my winnings?
Yes, that would net you 7. It would net you 7.
I could open up my own.
It would net you 7 million boxes.
I could open up my own card shop then.
Yeah.
Then the dreams.
But it would be cheaper just to buy a store and then buy.
That's no.
So your goal is to buy out all the boxes.
Again, this is what I have to make you guys think I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then.
So okay.
I'll buy a bunch of Bitcoin, and then wait for the price for the Bitcoin to go up and just.
That's what you do with all your money?
I'd find some way to invest it smartly.
You would not invest all $731 million. No. Maybe like 10 million. Even then, I feel like that's even high. That doesn't mean you have to spend all your money, but fuck, you have $731 million. You will never spend that much money. You and your kids and their kids, I don't think would be physically capable of spending that much money. So you wouldn't have to invest a ton of it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, everybody's like, oh, I would invest a ton of it. I was like, you don't need to. It's not a bad idea. Invest it. Invest some of it. But you do not need to invest that much. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're just fucking blowing through it. But how the fuck are you going to blow through $731 million? Some dumbass goes out and buys a $100 million house that they'll never use. But, like, holy cow, dude. Like, that's a lot of money. That's an unfathomable amount of money to me. I can't even fathom having $1 million and spending all the $1 million in my lifetime.
I had this conversation with Lauren's dad about how the lottery, people winning the lottery, it almost ruins their lives because they pretty much can't trust any of their friends anymore because a lot of them are always going to be like, hey,
if you have scummy friends.
You have scummy friends, but a lot of these people that are trying for the lottery, they're usually not in a
good situation. If I won the lottery, I would help all my friends. I'd give money to all my friends, and I'd give money to my family. That for me is better than
you'd have to give me money twice because I'm your best friend and I'm basically part of your family.
You would give zero money. Your parents would get your portion.
Damn it. And then in turn, I would just inherit it.
I would give it to Benson, and it would go in Benson's college fund. So, yeah, I think
legally change my name to Benson then.
Fuck. You work around it. I truly would give. I think I would give money to all my friends. It would be. This is gonna hurt because some names aren't gonna be named right here, and honestly, I don't care.
Here we go, boys. I'm top of the list right here. Go ahead, say it. Go ahead. Say it right now.
The people that I would give money to
say it.
Are. Should I even say that? Should I say the names? Should I say the names of the people I would give money to? Yeah, fuck it. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm an asshole, anyways. It would obviously be you. I'd give you and Lauren some money.
Yes, I'm in, boys.
I would give Ben some money. I would give Tanner some money.
No. Hold on, stop. You cannot give Tanner any money.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck Tanner. Tanner doesn't even talk to us.
You'd give him like 20.
I'd give Tanner $20,000.
No, you'd give even if you gave him $20 million.
No,
that's too much. I know, but even if he was a millionaire, he would still be the type of guy that would have like cheap everything, like something that he's gonna buy grapes that are like 12 cents cheaper versus like he's gonna worry about that even though he's like a millionaire. You can't give Tanner money. He's fine where he is.
Okay, Tanner gets no money. Derek has talked me out of that, so that means you guys get more money. I split the Tanner's fund, so it'd be you, Ben, Colson. I would, and Keeley. I wouldn't give any to Mitchell, and I would make sure that Mitchell would not be allowed to touch it. And I'm pretty sure that'd be really easy to do just by talking to Colson and Keeley. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, easy."
Yeah. Get something set up where you hire a guy that if somehow Keeley and Colson don't have the money anymore and it's falling into Mitchell's hands, you have someone that is legally allowed to go and
take the money back.
Take the money or just burn it in front of his face or something like that.
Yeah, I don't want the money back. It's already been touched by Mitchell.
No, you're gonna get the enjoyment of Mitchell watching a bunch of money get burned in front of him.
Yeah,
that could have been his.
So if I win $731 million, how much money would I give to my pals? There's obviously some other people on that list too.
No, that was it.
Friend-wise?
Nope. That was it.
Let's think about it. I don't... I can't... man. People are going to hate me now because I did not say names that I feel like I should have.
You also have to think they have to watch to this part of the show. So this is where we're going to see the true friends. Anyone that watches to this point
gets the money.
There we go.
Okay, so if I won $731 million, that's 6 zeros, correct?
Yes.
A number 6 zeros. $700 million. Oh, it's 700.
Yeah, 700.
I think I did that math wrong. So this is 700 million.
Yes.
I did that math wrong. You would have so much. You would have tons more cards. Hang on. Let's redo that.
All right.
So you have say you won 730 million. I think I did that wrong. 730 million. Boom. There's your 730 million.
What was my thing I had to do?
You bought. Do 36 times 12.
432.
Okay, so divided by $100 here. Oh no, I think I did that right. Times it by what?
432.
Yeah, I did it right. Okay. So say I have $730 million. How much money would I give? Because obviously my sister and Miles would get some.
What?
Yeah.
They're perfectly fine where they're at. Get that out of your head.
My parents would get some.
Oh
how
my
much?
God.
How much would you give your parents if you won 730? Would you give your parents any? I feel like you have to.
I feel like
the average
they brought life to me.
Right.
They brought me into this hellhole.
What if you just gave them the average cost of a child from the years 1 to 18, which I think is like $36,000. So if
here's your return in investment.
Yeah, you won $730 million. So then you write a check to your parents, and it's fucking $36,000. That's it. Nothing else. Dude, that'd be terrible.
No. See, I'd have to be smart about it because I'd have to give it to my dad. They're still married, but I just have to give it to my dad and make sure. Well, I got to be careful with that too because he likes to gamble, but he's trying to slow down. Anyways,
he has slowed down.
Yeah, he has slowed down quite a bit. But I still think I got to give it to my dad because my mom, she's always been like this, and whenever she tries to win the lottery, she's never tried to win it for herself. She always says, like, if I win the lottery, I mean, she kind of already does. She's
selfless.
Yes, she will like give it all away. She'll give it to people that needs it.
You can't give it all away. You can give it all away, but
with my parents that are so financially stable that
of course
they could give it all away.
They could. Yeah.
Yeah.
But would you, even if you're financially stable and you won $731 million, you have to realize that you and your next generations are set for forever. I mean, yeah, even though your parents are financially set, like, that money will dwindle if you don't keep what is making that money. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you won $700 million, you still wouldn't want to give that all away.
No.
But fuck, you have so much money, man. You could give your parents easily like $30 million. Each of your parents. So that's $60 million. And you'd still have tons of money. And your parents aren't going to use... My parents wouldn't even spend a fucking $1 million. Neither would your parents. I mean, like, nobody's parents would even spend $1 million at the ages that they're at.
You would need to give more money to me then, so we can really get the value out of that winning then, right?
So the names I listed in order is not the order of the amount of money.
Stop. That is.
See, your name was first.
Yes.
So that would mean that you would gain the most.
You've also said this before when you were saying like you were gonna get an Audi. You're making a list of all the people that get to ride in it first, and you put me at the top of the list. I didn't even have to ask. Everyone had to ask. You only put people on the list that they asked. You didn't put. I didn't even ask. You were already putting people on this list, and then you were immediately like, Derek's first.
Yeah, but that doesn't. That's just riding in my Audi R8, which would still happen because I would still buy an Audi R8.
Yeah, so I think this would fall into the same suit of because you would use that money to get your Audi R8. You're like, I'm already promising Derek. Well, while
that
Derek's
doesn't mean you're gonna get
when
more
Derek's
money.
in the Audi, I'm gonna hand him over the check.
Yeah, but it won't be as high as the other checks. Okay, let's see. Say I gave it to 6 people, and I did it at 60 million. So I would divide it by 60 million. That would tell me how many people I could give 60 million.
Yeah.
12 people. That's all right because I wouldn't give money to 12 people. I'd give money to my parents not individually. They would probably just get like 60 mil. And then Alyssa,
Why
I would
60?
You think that's too high?
No, I'm just why that number? Why not like 50 mil or like how we were talking about earlier in the episode, those like milestone like
Because
numbers?
milestones are dumb. 60 million, and I give Alyssa and Miles 60 million. That's 120 million.
I'm just curious
gone.
by why 60? What's significant about that number that you're
It's
picking?
higher than 50 million. Everybody's
right,
like,
but it's lower than
70. Why'd you choose? Yeah, they're not getting 70. That's too high.
Okay.
60 million is a lot of money. And then I would
Of course it is.
And then I would give, I think my friends wouldn't get 60 million. Because that's like 4 or 5 people that I'm giving money to. Because I would give money to my friends. Because it's like, what the fuck am I going to do with 731 million?
Well, you want all your friends to be rich with you, wouldn't you?
Yeah, of course. And then we'd all go like move somewhere because we wouldn't
camping.
work.
No. Here, this is the plan.
We'd all go camping.
Yeah, we all go camping.
And like what we did before.
Yeah.
Just like remote camping.
It's still just tent and everything.
The same shit that we did. Yeah.
Nothing's changed. Maybe we'll buy our own couch so we always have a couch out there to shit off of.
We could just buy the woods.
Yeah, could have our own just personal camping property.
So,
but no, here's what we do.
Do you think everybody would still work? One of us wins $731 million. We decide to give everybody in our friend group $30 million, right?
I'm retiring.
Of course. You're the winner. So, of course, you're retiring. But do you think if I gave Ben $30 million, he would quit his job and then work solely on his music?
I think he would.
Okay. Do you think Mitchell would quit?
I think he would.
Dude, we should start playing the lottery so we can win, and then we can all quit our jobs.
I think I'm going to just for the fun of like paying attention to the numbers. And I mean, you're not like going crazy with how some of these people are. I mean, Lauren's dad, he was telling me at the bank where they work. I'm giving out a lot of information.
What bank is that?
Yeah.
What's the address for that one?
He says they have like a pool of, they all just like put money toward when the jackpots get really big. They all like get together and they're like, all right, I'll chip in such and such for a ticket, and then they would all split it if they won. But they kind of just have fun with them getting together and buying a ticket and then paying attention to the numbers.
I would love to win it. Wait, someone in Michigan woke up to a life-changing morning. Rachel Hurst. Listen to this. Oh, never mind. I read that wrong because I'm terrible at reading.
Nice.
She's a regional spokeswoman for a grocery chain. I thought that was said a religion spokesman. Because people always tie it to like, oh, they're really faithful people, and that's their gift. So I was double checking to see if maybe she was religious. Dude, how fucking amazing would that be? People say that
we could really push this podcast. That's what I'd do. I'd put a lot of it into
for sure
this podcast.
I wouldn't stop doing this.
We would, yeah. Well, this is what I love to do.
We'd get traction too because we would be on the news.
We're the winners.
Yeah, we would almost have to pivot the show to be
about lottery.
Not about lottery, but about the fact that we won the lottery. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, we won the lottery. All right, back to video game stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I would keep doing this. I would move to Texas in a heartbeat, and I would move my family there if they wanted to come too. I mean, I would move to Texas.
Now, moving your family out there, does that come out of their money
Yes.
that you were going to give it to them?
Yep, comes out of their 60 mil.
Yeah, they get to go live in a cooler place.
Yeah.
So
if they're like,
that makes sense.
But I wanted this. I wanted this house, and the house is like 40 million. My parents would, my parents live in a fucking tiny house. They would never spend 40 million on a house. But like, this is the joke. 40 million house. Guess what, Dad? I only made $731 million. I can't just be giving it all to you. Okay? You got 60 million, spend it good.
I'm not living in no 10 million trash house.
Yeah. I can't live with these
hooligans.
These hooligans. Look at
degenerates.
Look at their cars. They're all shiny and nice. I can't. The tiny house won't fit on a lot that's under 40 million. That's what it would be like. So I'd be like, leave the tiny house. And my dad'd be like, we're going to build a huge tiny house.
A huge tiny house.
So, yeah, I would give a lot of money away. I would invest some. I would definitely buy cars.
I know you would.
And I think what would happen is I would end up spending too much money on cars. Not enough that I would go bank, like, I would lose all my money, because there's not a car out there that's, like, the most expensive car I want is the Audi R8, and the Audi R8 is only, like, $230,000. I wouldn't buy, like, a Ferrari or a McLaren or anything. I might buy a McLaren. Yeah, I'll probably buy a McLaren and never drive it, but I would buy one. So I guess that would be the most expensive thing. But after that, I'd be importing cars from Japan.
Excuse me.
Which would probably cost me... I don't really know how much it is to import a car, but it'd probably be pretty high. Oh, boy. This is a good talk about the lottery.
Yeah, we better wrap this up and talk about our actual announcement that we started.
Yeah. That was a really good banter.
Thank you.
We should have started the episode with the lottery. And that wasn't even a
subject we were planning on bringing up. We just kind of talked about it.
I felt really good about that. That was a really good back end. I really hope people are watching. Now for the big news. We're going to
actually won the lottery.
Yeah.
No.
We won. First guest next month. We got a yes from the person. We talk about him a lot. We talked about him a lot in this episode. Mitchell Maloney. Are we not supposed to say his last name? Mitchell Malongna. So we're gonna have Mitchell on the show, first guest.
And he's got a little trick he's gonna pull.
Yeah, he's got a
us.
trick up his sleeve. So should we say the date that we think it's gonna be?
Yes.
So February 7th.
Which would then be
the 8th. It'll be up on Monday. So on February 8th, we'll have our first guest on. We're going to see how it goes. I have a plan. I want to make a PowerPoint, and it's going to be a PowerPoint on why he should build a PC. And we're going to convince him into getting a PC on that episode. Right, Derek?
Yes.
Also, he's got a trick up his sleeve. It's going to be fun. I'm excited. I think it's going to be kind of weird, too, because we haven't had a guest yet. Right?
Yeah.
Are you literally blowing your fucking nose in the middle of the episode? He's blowing his nose, and then he walks in front of the camera.
That's how I roll. That's how I roll.
Are we running?
Oh, my God.
You feel better?
Yeah, a lot better. Holy cow.
That's great.